Baby. Had a bad childhood. I could never do anything right with my family. Everything never was enough, you know. So that's what a lot of that fueled me to become a comedian, because, you know, and sadly, you know, the audiences, I used to say, you know, I'm really glad to be in front of strangers because I just came from a family reunion kind of thing. That's the way I felt. It was easier for me to share my feelings. And it wasn't a mean family, it's just that they were so preoccupied with all their stuff that I sort of felt invisible. So that's why, that propelled me on stage.
How do we then touch your brother?
You don't mind that I'm having the lawn mowed while we do this, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Pardon me?
How does a relationship with you usually end?
End?
Yes.
Oh, I would usually heckling in a mall, you know, calling my mother's answering machine and telling her, like, you know, I'm a transsexual. And I'm not knocking transsexual, it's just that, you know, she doesn't even know I'm a comedian. I've been doing it almost 25 years. She thinks, I keep telling her I'm a dentist in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Keeps her happy. She has no idea what I'm doing. She doesn't understand what I do. She doesn't know what I'm doing, but I mean, she's now, the first 15 years, because I've dealt mainly with my feelings on stage, she was a little embarrassed, you know. Mm-hmm. And then after she realized that, I said, Mom, you know, I'm working for the president, and hey, you know, I'm at a party with so-and-so. I mean, I just do it, I don't give a crap about that. It's just that she does. Where I have friends of mine, celebrities, show up at brunches in New York to surprise her. Now she's sort of exploiting me. And I say that, oh, she doesn't get this, right? Oh, go to town on her. No, I love her. But she would say stuff like, she would buy a coffee cake now and go to and eat half of it. And you know, she's okay. She's, thank goodness, you know, and she has a roof over her head and all that. But she'll go to the store and go, I didn't like it. You know, my son wears black, hunched over, a little bit common. And they, oh, yeah, funny. I didn't like this. She gets another course. So she's basically using him, you know, just to bring back stuff, you know. So she hasn't paid for anything in about 3 years. Eats something halfway, returns it. But I love her. She has no idea she doesn't understand. She's not my target market.
How do you feel about all the comedians you've influenced? Do you see people, I mean, there are a lot of people, you know, doing you, and does it bother you? Is it flattering?
Initially you get, you know, scared about it. I was mainly scared about some people who were really ripping me off in terms of style and stuff, that they would, like, get ahead of me in the business before me, and that would have really killed. I don't know, I'm glad it didn't happen.
What do you think of, like, that you had, like, the slow, steady climb during those years? Were you frustrated as you see each guy poking through, or?
The reasons I stayed in was because the comics who I became friends of, you know, when you get a guy like Steve Allen, and David Brennan is still one of my best friends, people who were doing it and kicking butt and making a living, and when they would come over to me and say, you know, hang in there. You know, I had a tape once about 10 years ago. I was doing this club, Caroline's, New York. And I was struggling, but I was certainly well respected with my peers. And I always tape everything I do, and I had the tape recorder behind this table, and it was Brenner and Danny Aiello and Steve Landisberg and a couple other people. And after I came back for an encore, and I went back to the dressing room, they were talking about me, and I still covet that tape because...
Well, they didn't know that...
They didn't know. And when they saw it there, then Brenner and all these guys started mocking me, but it was really a wonderful thing because they were as sweet and as giving as you can be. I had that tape because I brought it on the road with me for years, but whenever it got down, I had to know that I was really doing the right thing on stage, but I just needed a break.